Welcome to episode 14 of Convergence with Karen Holton here on People for People Radio. Find out how the personal is political as we explore the politics here on Earth, the exopolitics of our galaxy, and how these intersect with spiritual transformation through my unique perspective. Just to catch you up, in episode 8, I shared my latest version of the Quantum Health Transformation Program Step 9, where we learned more about the practical application of quantum physics, and we examined the benefits of doing light-shadow integration work. In episode 9, I shared my latest version of Quantum Health Transformation Steps 8 and 7, which are the next two steps as we cover this material in reverse order. In episode 9, we covered several ways to self-soothe and integrate our male and female energies to give us more quantum balance in our lives. In episode 10, we covered Quantum Health Transformation Step 6, Detoxification, Parts 1 and 2. I gave you everything you need to know to safely detoxify your body so you can improve your health and achieve a new level of well-being. In episode 11, we looked at methods to assist you to find ways to improve your mental health and make better use of our full range of emotions with Quantum Health Transformation Step 6 Part 3. We also took a deep dive into eating styles and how a biologically superior diet can assist us spiritually and physically with Quantum Health Transformation Step 5. In episode 12, we moved on to Quantum Health Transformation Step 4, which is designed to help you to achieve a new level of well-being and to detoxify and become free of the negative influences of the social, political, economic construct. Last week in episode 13, we delved into Quantum Health Transformation Step 3 Indigo, understanding and using perception within the construct, and manifesting change. Seeing is believing. This step began the third tier and final section of this free online lifestyle program. As an overview, Quantum Health Transformation Steps 9, 8, and 7 form the first tier of training in this free online lifestyle course, which will help you to open your mind and expand your awareness. Then, the information that I shared in Quantum Health Transformation Steps 6, 5, and 4 form the second tier of training, which is all about detoxification to improve health, help you to achieve a new level of well-being, and become free of the negative influences of the social construct. Quantum Health Transformation Steps 3, 2, and 1 form the third and final tier of training. It offers a deeper understanding of your spiritual potential and offers ways to significantly raise your energetic signature. You may want to come back and listen to each episode again, as they contain a lot of information with some deeper concepts to consider. All of the information that I am presenting here was received as part of a spiritual download, and I believe the details are from the Living Library, which is also known as the Akashic Records, and is integrated with my personal life experience and training. If this is your first time joining us, I encourage you to check out the archive to synthesize this information and take only that which serves you. At the very least, it is my hope that you will be stimulated to seek your own inner wisdom. Today, in episode 14, we delve into Quantum Health Transformation Step 2 Violet, Integration with Higher Selves. This step is the second lesson in the third tier of training and is part of the final section of this free online lifestyle program. To learn more, go to my website, www.karenholtonhealthcoach.com, and click the Free Resources tab. Before we consider Quantum Health Transformation Step 2 in detail, here is an overview of what to expect. Quantum Health Transformation Step 2 is designed for those who wish to access their higher selves and the Akashic Records, which is also known as the Living Library. It provides ascension skills to assist with personal evolution. It upskills your knowledge and understanding about our subconscious mind and how it ties into the Akashic Records and beyond. It provides a non-religious framework with which to understand and access higher dimensions. You might be wondering, how is Quantum Health Transformation Step 2 different from other lifestyle programs? Well, it offers a non-religious framework for accessing your spirit guides, higher self, and the Akashic Records or a living library. It exposes the hidden elements and distractions which might be hindering your personal evolution. It also provides an intersection point for mystics, brain health, and your belief systems. Step 2, integration with higher selves, will teach you about higher selves, spirit guides, and the Akashic Records, which is also known as the Living Library, in universal, non-religious terms. It offers techniques to access and influence the subconscious mind. It reveals how we can customize and make better use of our spiritual life. It covers the positive aspects of brain health and how this facilitates two-way inner communication. It offers demystified teachings that have historically been kept within the realm of arcane or esoteric knowledge. It offers a deeper understanding of how beliefs and attitudes, culture and morality, rules and laws, addictions and distractions affect our reality outcomes and spiritual potential. And finally, it offers techniques to establish better two-way communication with our higher selves and subconscious mind. So let's get started. Quantum Health Transformation in 2.0, integration with higher selves. Now, before I start, I just want to say there is the original Quantum Health Transformation program. And then in the last couple of years, I've released the Quantum Health Transformation 2.0 series. So if you're looking for the Quantum Health Transformation program on YouTube, you want to look for the playlist that is called Quantum Health Transformation 2.0 or Series 2.0. But if you are looking at this information on my website, it's all laid out with the latest edition for you, and it's quite convenient. You don't have to worry about whether you're looking at the original series or 2.0. It's all there for you. So let's begin with, what do I mean by higher selves? You have seen or heard me refer to my spirit guides, the Akashic Records, and the Living Library. But if you have not yet developed a framework which includes these concepts, they might not make much sense to you. I will now do my best to explain these concepts in non-religious, universal terms from my own experience. First of all, I would like to say that this knowledge has nothing to do with religion or religious beliefs. The following information neither negates nor replaces your religious or spiritual beliefs. If your religious beliefs are working for you, then there is no need to remove them from your lifestyle. Just so you know, my perspective is physiological, psychological, sociological, and spiritual in nature. So let's start by considering your subconscious self. It is important to grasp how complex the subconscious mind is. Your mind can be illustrated by an enormous image of an iceberg. Only the tip or conscious arena is within our awareness. The rest makes up our subconscious, which is a vast section of our personal reality, which is mostly hidden from us. This includes every experience we have ever had, all of the details taken in by our senses, and so much more. Now, this volume of information would make conscious thought impossible, and awareness would be unbearable. So we develop a gatekeeping system that I will call the locator to feed us bits of the whole so we can make best use of our hidden or subconscious data. Your higher self is you without the constraints and the insanity of the conscious mind. Just as you care about yourself, your subconscious mind cares about you too, because it's a part of you. Your higher self has the ability to bring you learning experiences for your soul evolution and highest good. The subconscious can also alter or reset your locators, which determine what things show up in your perceptual arena. You might be wondering, who sets up the parameters of our locators? Well, we do. When you review the Quantum Health Transformation Step 2 primer, you will see my simplistic diagram and how it illustrates the ways that we influence our own locators. I will also include this image with the replay of this show. You will soon see how one of the most powerful ways to influence this system of awareness is through the 9 steps to quantum health transformation. Now, at this point, you might be wondering what influences our locators and resulting awareness. Remember the power of heuristics? This is our trial and error feedback system from which we self-learn how to get along, what we want in this reality, and how to best achieve it. To maximize this process for best results, watch my Quantum Health Transformation 2.0 Step 4 primer and live videos. They're available on my website under the Free Resources tab. Let's now consider your physical brain health. Your health absolutely does affect the interplay between your subconscious and conscious mind. Our physical and emotional selves generate a harmonic frequency, which influences what we are capable of on a non-physical or energetic level, and affects the receiver wavelength of our conscious capacities and understanding. This controls access to the Akashic Records, also known as the Living Library, our spirit guides, and more. To maximize your physical health and two-way communication with your subconscious mind, watch my Quantum Health Transformation 2.0 Steps 6 and 5 primer and live videos, also found on my website under the Free Resources tab. Remember that we base our reality on the inflow of information, which is self-limited by a gatekeeping system. Let's now review some of the things that set and reset the gatekeeping locators found in our minds. Let's start by taking a look at belief systems and attitudes. Many people believe in the assistance of angels, ancestors, our higher self, Christ or Buddha consciousness, etc. The difference between possibility and impossibility lies in your belief systems and attitudes. To improve or upgrade your beliefs and attitudes, Watch my Quantum Health Transformation 2.0, Steps 9, 8, and 7, primer and live videos. What we choose to believe creates the attitudes we hold and display. It is our attitudes which hold us back or propel us forward into the life of our dreams and beyond. So examine your beliefs and your attitudes regularly. Next, let's consider how culture and morality affect our lives. From the moment of our conception, we begin to become socialized by the inherited and experienced culture and morality of our parents and their community. This is a framework on which hangs all the learning we will do while we are alive. Regardless of where we live, this framework is shaped by a socio-political economic construct, and it serves us only up to a point. However, sometime within our lifetime, we begin to experience and notice things that we do not have language for, or that are considered forbidden knowledge. This knowledge and experiences are often censored by the ruling class, who have a strong control over the scientific community, historically limiting research in the forbidden arena. I am happy to say that this is rapidly changing. So take time to think about how your life might be shaped by the culture and morality of your family and community. Be willing to take a stand for what you feel is authentically right for you. Draw on your own inner wisdoms. With love as your intention, you will find there are many different systems of culture and morality to choose from. To maximize or upskill your cultural and moral programming, watch my Quantum Health Transformation 2.0, Steps 9, 8, and 7 primer and live videos. They're available under the Free Resources tab. Next, let's consider rules and laws which are created for social order, and they follow culture and morality quite closely. Some rules and laws are necessary, and let's face it, some are obsolete, but they are there. They affect our conscious awareness and our gatekeeping locators. I am not suggesting that you throw laws and rules out the window. Can you imagine what traffic would be like without rules? What I am suggesting is that you take a look at how you are influenced by laws and rules, and you might want to consider them from a different perspective so that you can return to authenticity. Depending on where we live, we may experience little flexibility with our choices in this department. Either way, since knowledge is power, I suggest that you consider the information in my Quantum Health Transformation Step 9 primer and live videos for more details. So now let's move on and take a look at how distractions and addictions also affect our gatekeeping locators. Both distractions and addictions serve to keep us from expanding our awareness by keeping us from feeling our feelings and internal guidance system. If you don't agree that your favorite distractions are addictions, then let yourself experience the sensations of going without just for a while. The most common addiction in North America is sweetener and refined carbohydrates. If you eat a typical North American diet and don't think you are addicted to it, take this challenge. Go for 1 week without eating anything that contains sweetener or refined or processed starches and carbohydrates of any kind, and see how you feel. The measure of your discomfort while going through withdrawal symptoms is the same measure of your addiction. I have personally withdrawn from many chemicals, including caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine, but withdrawal from carbohydrates was by far the most difficult for me to overcome. However, going without our addictions and our distractions is the quickest way to find out who we are and what we are made of. The discomfort experienced while going through withdrawal is fertile ground for growth and healing. For tips on how to deal with food addictions, watch my Quantum Health Transformation Step 5 primer and live videos found on my website, again under the Free Resources tab. When we look at withdrawing from our distractions and addictions, I am not suggesting we live as monks, although this is always an option. But I recommend that you experiment with cessation and let your own internal wisdom surface. Take it slowly, one addiction or distraction at a time, and have compassion for yourself, because backsliding seems to be part of the recovery process. My own experience reveals the process as 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The good news is that each day, or minute, or second, is a chance for a do-over. So be kind to yourself. It is important to grasp how complex the subconscious mind is. As I mentioned, it contains such a vast volume of information that would make conscious thought impossible and awareness unbearable. So we develop a gatekeeping system that I call the locator to feed us bits of the whole so we can make best use of our hidden or subconscious data. Once we look into and advance our beliefs and attitudes and remove or at least tame our addictions and distractions, we find that your higher self is actually you, without the constraints and insanity of the conscious mind. Just as you care about yourself, your subconscious mind cares about you too, because it is a part of you, and it has the ability to bring you learning experiences for your soul evolution and highest good. The subconscious can alter or reset your locators depending on your wishes and your desires. So let's talk a bit more about our subconscious. Our subconscious contains everything we have ever experienced via total sensory input, current collective consciousness, and the Akashic Records, which is also known as the Living Library, which contain everything we have experienced as humans throughout time. This is indeed a lot of information, and it is doubtful that if it is even contained within the physical body. Since it is clear that it is in our best interest to enhance the communication to and from our subconscious resources, let's explore some of the ways that we can communicate. Visions, dreams, both lucid and while asleep, coincidences, synchronicities, and spontaneous knowledge, which is also known as our intuition, are the most obvious ways our subconscious communicates with our consciousness. The messages are real and important, but the aesthetics and the delivery systems are self-generated through our imagination. This involves altering the receiver wavelength as it is set up by our brains and consciousness. One of the most powerful methods that I know of to raise the positive frequency of our bodies, which allows for greater two-way communication, lies in the practice of eating a biologically superior diet. You may wish to add to your diet unadulterated blue-green algae, marine phytoplankton, sea vegetables, Local, raw, fresh, organic vegetables, fruits, seeds, and nuts, with wild and superfoods at the top of the list. As taught in Quantum Health Transformation Steps 6 and 5, man-made chemicals, processed and junk foods gum up the brain's system, making it difficult to communicate with self or to even think clearly. Have you heard about brain fog? This is a big problem for a lot of people. So to raise awareness, boost consciousness, and form a richer spiritual life, some people have had great success with medicines naturally produced by our loving planet. They are called psychedelics. Ibogaine, ayahuasca, psilocybin, and cannabis are just a few of the options. However, I am not recommending them because they are beyond the scope of my talk today. Please do your own research and learn what they are really all about. The point is that they alter the receiver wavelength of the brain so that there is a free flow of information to and from your conscious and subconscious minds and the higher realms, with or without the use of botanicals. Dreams, visions, and intuition are ways that we receive healthful information from our vast subconscious resources. But you might be wondering, how can we communicate our needs to the subconscious? I have found that prayer, meditation, affirmations, and visualization all work very well. Customize your spiritual practices to suit you. Meditation is a powerful practice which strengthens the ties between the conscious and subconscious self and facilitates two-way communication. Watch my Quantum Health Transformation 2.0 Step 8 primer and live videos for more about this. So today, I'm not actually going to guide you through a meditation, but I'm going to give you the simple steps that you can take if you're not somebody who has an active meditation practice. These are two short meditations that I have found to be very, very helpful, and they're very easy to do. So the first one is actually a meditation that I borrowed and adapted from Deepak Chopra. So step number 1 is sit with your feet not touching each other. Open your hands and hold them palms up, not touching. It is okay to rest them on your knees. You don't have to hold them up all by themselves, but do place them with palms side up. Now close your eyes. Think of your heart, and then something that makes you feel grateful and loving. Pause. Notice your breath. Step 2. Think about your heart. Become aware of your heartbeat and ask yourself, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? What will make me happy? Spend some time in this state of expectation. Wait for answers. Pause, and again, notice your breathing. Step number 3, think of your heart, notice your heartbeat, and become aware of all of your body sensations. This is just simple awareness. Then pause and notice your breathing. Step number 4, feel or hear your own heartbeat. After you've done this, you can return to full consciousness. Step number 5, stretch, yawn, and open your eyes. That's it. It's that simple. The second meditation is actually for what we call heart coherence. And for more information about heart coherence, check out Greg Braden or Dr. Joe Dispenza. So step 1 is to lay comfortably on your back and lay your preferred orgone generators or crystals onto your chakras. And if you're not sure how to go about this, just put it into a search engine, and boy, lots will come up for you to show you how. Step 2, slow your in-breath to a count of 5 and your out-breath to a count of 6. Make your exhale slightly longer than your inhale, and just keep repeating that. Step 3, place at least one hand onto your heart. You can place both hands one over the other if you want to, but definitely above the position on your body where you would find your heart. Step 4, think about someone you love. Think about what you appreciate about them and feel the gratitude grow within your heart. Step 5, feel the love grow within your heart. You can now stay in this loving state for a while, or you could return back to full consciousness, because that's basically it. Try to do this for about 20 minutes or longer each time. Every time you repeat this during the same day, the results will get stronger, and heart coherence will become easier to achieve. How do you know when you have achieved heart coherence? Well, I'll tell you, it's a pretty unmistakable feeling. You will feel yourself enveloped in a warm glow, and you will feel very, very peaceful. This is a very good state to be in before asking your higher self some questions, or for making contact with your guides. It all comes back to the maintenance and care of your body temple. Living beings produce biophotonic energy, which can be seen with Kirlian photography, and by measuring the strength of the torus field, which is produced by your physical hearts. For more on this, see Quantum Health Transformation Step 8 and Step 5 primers. Many experiments show us that we are transceivers. We transmit and we receive energetic information. Recently, scientists have discovered that spiritual consciousness, which we also could call biophotonic energy, travels much faster than the speed of light, and with an unimaginable high frequency and short wavelength. This is not the same as brain waves. And this explains how spiritual consciousness travels outside of time and space. The sacral chakra transmits at the speed of light squared, and the crown chakra transmits at the speed of light to the 8th power. For more about this, review Quantum Health Transformation Step 4. In addition, check out the masters like Deepak Chopra, Michael Bernard Beckwith, and Eckhart Tolle for epic advice about calming the mind and to find ways to get to know your whole self. Since the interplay between our subconscious and conscious selves is uniquely personal, we can create within our imagination any format which facilitates communication. So why not make it enjoyable and base it on a template that makes sense to you? Some people have had great success with creating their own spirit guide/soul team. In short, a soul team is a group of beings which communicate via your imagination, dreams, and intuition. Angels, ancestors, extraterrestrials, learned scholars from days gone by, our higher self, Christ or Buddha consciousness are just a few examples. There is no limit, and you can change any format anytime, just like choosing a theme for your PC. This is your life, your body, and your mind. Why not customize it? I do it all the time, and I have had excellent results. Coming from a religious background, I started with angelic contact. Then, when I realized that God would not mind and would not punish me, I followed with the fairy realms, then ancestors, then learned scholars from human history, and eventually I even invited in ET. The important point here is that we must ask for help and then create the sacred space for the help and the guidance to become manifest. So this is something you've heard from me before, but it definitely bears repeating. One of the best ways that I have found for making contact is to do so while in the bath. As I have recommended in many of my podcasts, the bath is an amazing resource for spiritual contact. Add Epsom salts, sea salts, disc-shaped orgone generators, smooth crystals, essential oils, baking soda, and even spices to your bath. When we do this, we greatly increase our vibration and energetic capacity. We become just like a battery. It is also another way of doing earthing, and it's very grounding, very relaxing, and it's so easy to slip into two-way communications with our higher self and spirit guides when we do this. Now, as a note, some people fear a loss of control as they step outside of mainstream social norms, but this has never been my experience. Junk and processed foods, along with mainstream media, are most likely to generate fear, anxiety, depression, and poor decision making, rather than anything I have mentioned in this video. Just a reminder to watch Quantum Health Transformation 2.0 Step 6, all 3 primers, and Step 5 primer videos. Well, actually, basically go back and learn everything from the whole course. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain from doing so. You might be wondering at this point, but what about God? Is there room in all of this for God? Well, it makes sense to me that an almighty and compassionate universal spirit would make its presence known regardless of our state of consciousness, what we say or do, or even whether or not we believe. Perhaps God is involved in all that I have mentioned in this video. Again, it's up to you. Rather than reject specific spiritual beliefs, I prefer to learn from all of them. Watch Quantum Health Transformation 2.0 Step 9 primer and live videos for an illustration of how I reconcile the differences between spiritual and religious beliefs. Well, I'll give you a hint. Basically, I find the common denominators in all of them. It's very beautiful how harmonized it all really is. I have personally experienced and witnessed universal tender mercy, and I believe this powerful force for good is available to all who earnestly seek it. I have done my best to demystify teachings that have historically been kept within the realm of arcane or esoteric knowledge through the 9 steps to quantum health transformation. This knowledge is not fantasy. Through spontaneous knowledge and spiritual downloads and intuition, universal love has provided the experiences necessary for me to maintain ET contact and to create the 9 steps to quantum health transformation, which has proven to improve my life significantly. In conclusion, let your higher self bring you the learning experiences essential for your highest good. Create a framework to facilitate access to the spirit guides of your choice and the ability to access the Akashic Records, also known as the Living Library and beyond. The name Akashic Records basically comes from different spiritual beliefs here on Earth. And the same thing is also called the Living Library, which was a term that the Pleiadians use and is more common amongst extraterrestrial believers, but they both mean the same thing. So I've done my best to explain these concepts in universal terms, and I will continue this conversation in upcoming videos with my own personal and parallel experiences. The subconscious mind is complex, but it's not inaccessible. Develop strategies to improve your mind's gatekeeping system by adjusting your locator to make best use of your hidden wisdom and knowledge. Just as you care about yourself, your subconscious mind also cares for you because it is a part of you. Experience one of the most powerful ways to influence this system through the 9 steps to quantum health transformation. Next, watch the primer and the live versions of this video, and I wish you so much good health. Please join me next week for Quantum Health Transformation, Step 1, White, State of Bliss, and Spiritual Exercises. And here I'll give you a little overview so you know what to expect. Step 1 is designed for those who wish to access feelings of comfort, happiness, and spiritual joy. It provides further ascension skills to assist with personal evolution. It upskills knowledge and understanding about the relationship between physical comfort, mental happiness, and spiritual joy. It provides a clear path to It provides a clear path to spiritual bliss with many blessings. Now, you might be wondering, how is Quantum Health Transformation Step 1 different from other lifestyle programs? Well, it offers a non-religious framework for establishing more spiritual joy. It reveals the hidden benefits of spiritual exercises and practices. It provides a process to help you to create a reality environment which is peaceful and rewarding. Step 1, State of Bliss and Spiritual Exercises, will teach you about which elements are necessary for achieving a state of bliss, about the scientific relationship between emotions, your heart, and the quality of your life. It provides exercises that will bring joy to your spirit and help you to create a reality environment which is peaceful and rewarding. It will teach you how to respond positively to those who may have injured you in the past. It offers techniques to soften your world so you can relax and trust that everything will be all right. It teaches the benefits of self-love and self-control. Provides a deeper understanding of how conflict is an opportunity for clarification, resolution, and growth. It gives you techniques to generate a state of joy, inner harmony, and ways to pay forward blessings. How to create an internal environment where you can think clearly and rationally. It will give you tips for dealing with children and adults who suffer from arrested development. And it will give you the role of faith in chaos theory which is a part of quantum physics. Please feel free to contact me for more information and for assistance with your consciousness expansion, detoxification, and ascension program. My services are found under the Shop tab on my website, www.karenholtonhealthcoach.com. Again, I highly recommend you buy the PDF version of these lessons so that you will have the transcript, illustrations, and all of the links which are embedded for easy access. You can find all of my PDFs on my website under the Shop tab. And just so you know, I'm charging $3.99 Canadian each to help me to cover my expenses. And since we have enough time today, I'm going to add to the lesson and read to you a few more of my published articles. We're going to start with January 2016, an article I wrote called Discovering the Flow by myself, Karen Holton. As a late bloomer in crisis, I had no choice but to learn to go with the flow. At the time, I was nearly 50, morbidly obese, suffering from various mental and physical afflictions, and deeply unhappy. Finally, I surrendered to my spiritual awakening and chose daily practices which involve a go with the flow attitude. As I set out on my new path, I found that the flow is not linear, nor is it lackadaisical or uncharted. It requires some effort on my part. Instead of actively making my desires come true, I learned to be steadfast with my self-reflection so I could remove the clutter that I had accumulated as fears and limiting belief systems. Universal tender mercy is always there to supply what we need in order to achieve our heartfelt desires. But I had to let that mercy in and allow it to operate in its own special way. I had tried everything to lose weight, but each time I gained it back and more. After experiencing morbid obesity for over 30 years, I was ready to let the light in and give up my control. As I learned to create sacred space within myself, I learned to go with the flow and began to lose weight and feel much better. Sooner than I ever dreamed possible, I shed 178 pounds and since have maintained a healthy weight for over 15 years. Along the way, I experienced setbacks and challenges, but my intention was clear, and they passed quickly and rewarded me with a surprise. Initially, when I honored my body and made more healthful choices, I began to detoxify, and I actually felt worse before I felt better. However, once through the detox process, I was rewarded with clearer thinking, more energy and vitality than ever before. This positive reward reinforced my commitment to continue to invite healthful practices into my life. I soon learned that the unpleasant experiences and challenges I faced en route to my goal is called turbulence, which is from chaos theory, which is a part of quantum mechanics. This is the chaotic state experienced just before manifestation. Wavicles pulled from subatomic space, known as 0 point or also known as the Planck level, Planck, have a temporary destabilizing effect as they pull energy from our reality to create drag. As the wavicles cease to exist in an amorphous state, they become three-dimensional, creating the outcome that we have chosen. In practical terms, turbulence means things get messy, even painful before they become manifest. So when the challenges arose, I learned to rejoice because I knew that my reward was close. All I had to do was keep doing my best. I summoned my courage and put aside my control in order to grasp a quantum reality with all of its benefits. Now I am more patient with myself, continue to go with the flow, and am amazed by the outcomes. End of article. Next article is from February 2016, and it's called The Blessed Blues, again written by myself, Karen Holton. Some days I feel really blue. On these days I feel spiritually dry. I can't concentrate and obsess more than a little. I also feel physically achy and exhausted. I can't seem to get anything productive done while I feel those inevitable yucky feelings. These unproductive days used to really bother me, which didn't help the situation. Now I call them the blessed blues because they happen with a good purpose. When spiritual encouragement, energy, and mental clarity seem unavailable, I get the chance to measure my emotional noise, which accumulates because I have not taken the time to address my issues. On more energetic days, I get a lot done, but inadvertently push my issues to the background. It seems like every now and again I must empty my emotional recycle bin. When I get the blessed blues, I cancel my obligations and stick to a very basic routine. I sit or I lay down and loosely examine whatever comes into my mind. In this way, I give the neglected issues my full attention. I deal with each issue one by one and let whatever feelings that emerge wash over me without censorship or judgment. Grounding and gentle body movement also can help with this process. Our built-in guidance system can manifest in any part of our body as sensation or tension. As I relinquish control to simply act and think in a way that is in accord with how I feel, this guidance system works as though it's on autopilot, freeing up energy and thought as I discard old ways of dealing with my issues. Healthier ways to cope emerge automatically, and the tension soon dissipates. I also found a way to overcome that spiritually dry feeling. I run a hot bath and add several cups of Epsom salts, Mediterranean sea salt, and some of my favorite essential oils. I light a few candles, switch off the overhead light, and play some soft spiritual music in the background. As I let the water envelop me and my being, I enter into a state of deep relaxation and reconnect to my spiritual guides and my higher self. The combination of hot water and salts assist me to let go of tension, and I become aware of my connectedness on an energetic level. We are not only physical, but also energetic creatures, and this soothing bath energizes my being so that a natural connection to the unseen realms of love and support become consciously available again. Once this happens, I feel better, and I know that everything is okay, and that everything is going to be okay. I believe my body is my spiritual temple, and regardless of how I feel in any given moment, I am worthy to protect, nourish, and care for it. The blessed blues give me the opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive. End of article. Well, I had one more, but I'm going to save it for next week. And just as a reminder, the Quantum Health Transformation online course is free. And if you would like to help support my work, please purchase some of my beautiful Zen Dome organites. Now, due to the pandemic, we are having difficulty sourcing supplies, and so we're unable to make more at this time, but there's still plenty to choose from. If you want to help create the change you wish to see in the world, or make contact with ET, and or participate in the Intergalactic Resettlement Program, take exquisite care of the temple body, raise your vibrational frequency, and learn from the Quantum Health Transformation Program. Let me know if you have any questions about this or the Intergalactic Resettlement Program, and I will do my best to answer them on my next show. You can always email me at forbiddentransformation@gmail.com. Join me and bring your friends as we go live at 1 p.m. Mountain Time every Tuesday here on People for People Radio. A special thank you to Gaz and Vanessa for hosting me and moderating for me on People for People Radio. And much love and light to you, the viewers. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If you would like to enjoy more of my content, check out my website at www.karenholtonhealthcoach.com. That's KarenHolton healthcoach.com, where you will find an abundance of free resources to assist with energetic ascension into physical, mental, and spiritual paradise. On my website, you will find the 9 Steps to Quantum Health Transformation. It's under the Free Resources tab. It's absolutely free, no strings attached, and it's a comprehensive online lifestyle course that you can do at your own pace. I also offer the Quantum Guide Show. I am the host, and I conduct interviews with awakened masters. Let them share their quantum work with you. And another show that I host, I actually co-host it, is called Forbidden Transformation with Karen and Chris. That would be Chris Matthew of Forbidden Knowledge News. Learn how to make positive ET contact, improve your life, and find your experiencer community. And then there's the Fringe View, which is science fiction becomes science fact, as you learn about my real-life paranormal and extraterrestrial experiences from my various podcasts. If you would like to support my work, check out my online shop where you will find Zendome's Orgonite, my unique brand of orgone generators. They're ethically sourced, handmade, and double charged for maximum effect. I also have some comfort crystals, a limited collection of energetically infused semi-precious stones. I have lifestyle services available, workshops, assessments, and one-on-one support and coaching. And of course, the PDF downloads that I mentioned during the talk, which are printable, shareable copies of my lessons. So again, my website is www.karenholtonhealthcoach.com. My email is forbiddentransformation@gmail.com. You can always find me here on People for People Radio, www.peopleforpeople.ning.com, and my YouTube